So I brought this lens to shoot an entire wedding for photo and video, and it was actually our first ever destination wedding in Las Vegas. And let me tell you now, I thought the 20-70 was the one and done lens before, but this lens really is a showstopper across the board. Hello, my favorite photographers. It's so good to see all of you. Today, we are talking about this massive lens, the 24-105 f2.8 image stabilized lens. Now, if you are new here, please know that when I do my lens reviews, it's all about pretty much answering one main thing, and that is, can this lens take good photos? It doesn't get too technical, so let's get started. So first off, you just cannot beat the versatility that this lens offers. The focal range that you get from 24 all the way to 105 is insane. So the thing is, this range is not new. We've had this before with f4, but now it shoots all the way down to f2.8, and we're in the bougie aperture ranges now. Being able to capture ring shots and then a portrait up close and then switch on over to a medium shot and then all the way out to a wide shot to see the entire venue, there is no lens right now that can match the flexibility that this lens gives you. It's crazy that I was able to use a tool and get so many beautiful angles all from just standing in one spot. Like in the field on wedding day when it's just go, 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 when you have a lens that allows you to achieve all those looks without sacrificing quality and allowing you to miss less moments and capture more to deliver for your clients, you can't beat that. But it does come with two caveats that you should know that do have quick fixes. The first one is that it does have this major warping around the edge, especially around the 24mm length. But if you just click on lens correction in Lightroom, then that's an easy fix. It will take care of all that. And the second one, which I absolutely wish I knew before I edited and cropped an entire wedding gallery. Apparently in Lightroom specifically, you'll get these weird borders, like these weird glazed edges on your photo sometimes, and it's across all ranges. If you just go to lens correction and then under the drop-down menu, click on version 2 profile, that will fix that. So if you ever get this lens and you run into that issue, know that that's how you fix it. Now, aside from the major plus of the focal range of the 24-105, this lens is also image stabilized. Not only was I able to do photos, but I also captured a ton of video since this lens also has IS. We had a team of 4, including me, and that day, even though I had some members of my team designated as videographers, but me being able to take on professional stabilized footage handheld whenever I wanted to on the same lens, that's a huge advantage, especially when you're shooting at the maximum range at 105. The lens having IS is absolutely necessary and just really amazing to have. Now, my next question was, well, how does that lens compare to the original one and done lens for me, at least the 2023, the 28-70? Because this one, I've also captured an entire wedding day with just that lens alone, but now I've done the same thing on this lens. So how do those two kind of compare? Like at the end of the day, if I had to pick one lens, which one would it be? For me, if I'm doing only photo, it would be the 28-70. Reason why is because there's just a clear sharpness and just a dreamy, pleasing look that the 28-70 has, just a slight edge over the 24-105. The 20-70 also seems to have a slight increase in color luminance too, from what I've seen. Like the colors from this lens seems a little bit brighter. So to me, the 20-70 does match more of my style for wedding photography. But even if I had like a more casual family session or a graduation session, I would still go for the 20-70 too. The thing is, if I'm shooting both photo and video, then I would easily grab the 24-105 instead. The sheer amount of variety that you can get in the 24-105, it's a big advantage that you should really consider when you're thinking about which lens to get between these two. And on top of that, there is such a super minor trade-off in image quality when you're using this one over the 20-70. And I feel like the advantages easily outweigh those minor trade-offs that you can fix in post. Now, like I said, I usually don't care about build quality and all the technical stuff, but this is a very big lens, so it's not very travel friendly. And this one, also a massive lens that you should really think about in terms of like travel. Like this is not compact at all. And also comes with like this ring that you can use to attach to a tripod. Well, you have to, you should actually, in order to counterbalance it, but also it's supposed to be used for something down the line, I think. And this screw here doesn't come off. It's kind of inconvenient to pack because it has this part sticking out, and it also is a very massive lens. So definitely think about that if you're thinking about a travel friendly lens. Both of these are not very travel friendly. But bottom line, despite the very minor setbacks that are pretty easy to fix in post, I really think this is Canon's best lens of 2024, the 24-105. This is a lens that gives you, as a creative, so many creative options to use on any kind of shoot. Especially if you're looking for both photo and video coverage all in one system, It's really going to be a lens that you got to consider because you can zoom in super close, like I said, get really wide shots, and do everything in between. It's also great for practically every situation, whether you're in a small space indoors, if you're shooting in low light, it has f2.8, if you're doing family photos, and just so much more. Want to hear about one of my mistakes? So on the wedding day that I used this lens for, I actually had the 135 f1.8 on my left side. And I never reached for the 135 because initially I was thinking like, oh, well, if I have that extra, 20 millimeters or so extra focal range, maybe I'll want that extra f1.8 to shoot with, but I never even gravitated towards that the entire day. Really, this was on the entire wedding day. So I just can't really find right now a lens that would pair with this one. Maybe the 50 millimeter f1.4 to get that extra sharpness, but maybe that's something I'll play with later on, but I really don't even see another lens kind of competing with this in terms of versatility and what you would reach for on the time-sensitive day. With that said, I hope you all enjoyed today's review and found my thoughts on the 24-105 helpful. If you have any questions about this lens, go ahead and drop them down in the comments below. And if you found today's video helpful, then please subscribe to the channel because we'll be doing a lot more of these this year. And I feel like the next video, I really want to do a 20-70 versus a 24-105 comparison because I feel like these two lenses would be the best to compete with, right? Or the best to see like which ones should I use over the other. So if you want to see that, let me know. And with that said, thank you all so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one.